Okay, I'm gonna teach you guys how to rebuild your SK ratchet. It's the 42470. Uh, it's a half inch. Yeah, tools you can need are some needle nose. Doesn't really matter. I just had better results with the, I think they're 60-degree needle nose. But I mean, they both got it. And some, or a pick to like clean it out, because like mine was really gunked up. I had trouble getting it open actually, but I figured out a few tricks. Q-tips to spread the grease around. Yeah, and I'm fucking just drinking a Diet Coke because that's all we got right now. I'm not gonna run to the store for a drink, so. But yeah, the first thing you need to do is you want to make sure you're gonna want to compress that clip, or yeah, the clip, but you're gonna make sure the groove is clean, because that was the hardest part I had trouble with, was compressing it, but there was so much shit in there I couldn't compress it all the way. So just grab your needle nose, grab onto it. Yeah, I only got one hand. I got it. I'm gonna do it. Just holding with one hand. It's gonna be amazing. But you get the idea. Squeeze that bitch. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, you see that right there? It needs to be squeezed like that, and it'll come out. It's already coming out actually. But yeah, give me a second. Okay, I got it out. See, that's the ring. You're supposed to compress to get out of that groove right there. That's the back of the ratchet. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys too. You're supposed to keep it neutral. The ratchet is not supposed to be ratcheting. It's supposed to be in the neutral spot. Yeah, pretty much it's supposed to be. It's hard to do it with one finger, but supposed to be lined up. Pretty much, it's supposed to be like right in a neutral area to where it doesn't ratchet. It just free spins, and then just compress the ring, and it should pop out. But make sure that groove right there is all cleaned out, because that ring's not going to compress all the way and you can't get it off. I had trouble with that, but yeah, once you get it out, you're gonna want to turn it aside. There's a little pin in there. You can see that little shiny spot in the dark area. You want to get that pin out. So the trick to do that is flip on its side, give a little more love taps. Oh no, sorry. No, you're gonna want to center it. You're gonna want to center that, and then you're gonna want to get your needle nose and pull up on it. Okay, you're gonna get your needle nose and you're gonna pry on this, and it's gonna lift it up. You want to get it up over there, and then you're gonna want to twist it. Hold on, I need to see what side. You want to spin it out of that groove when it's lifted up like that, and then you're gonna expose the pin right there, and then you're going to want to flip it, and then boom, it should just drop out like that. There's a spring behind it too that keeps tension on it, so you can ratchet. But yeah, take that out, and then this should slide out like so. Boom. Put that to the side, and then this pin, to get it out, you just do that, and then boom, and then the gear comes out, or the teeth that grabs onto the ratchet to make the ratcheting sound. But yeah, that's how you take it apart. I mean, it's fairly simple. I mean, yeah. Okay, and then the lube, or the rebuild kit comes with lube. But if it doesn't come with lube, I'm told you're supposed to use a super lube. Yeah, but you just want to get in that groove right there, and then in the holes, and just spread it around. And then when you're about the point to put the head back in, put lube all on there, and yeah, and use the Q-tips because my fingers are too big for that and shit. So yeah. And then to put it back together, you grab this, make sure it goes in like that, but it lines up with the small hole with that pin, this one right here. And yeah, you slide it in there, you slide it in, and then line it up like that, and it goes into the small hole. And then this one, you put the spring in the hole first, and then the flat side of that pin goes in first, but I'll show you how to do that in a second. Okay, the pin got reinserted and everything with that, see, back in there. And then this one is pretty simple, little hole right there, spring goes in first, and then you put the pin in with the flat and then in first. Just give me a second. With the selector, you don't want to push it all the way down yet or put it into the groove. You want to keep it how you took it out. And then the hole is going to be exposed where the spring is at, and then where the pin goes in. The flat end goes in first, and you just push it against the spring, and then that's when you lock it in like that. You push it in, and it locks in, and then so you can select loosen or tighten. Getting that pin back in can be fucking tedious, especially with the grease and everything like that, but just stay committed and it goes back in. But yeah, once you get the pin back in, you're gonna have to push it back over, but you have to kind of push the pin against the spring, and then it's gonna slide over real easy, especially if you greased it. But yeah, that's the selector. Kind of hard to do it when you can kind of see it. But yeah, just put it back in neutral, because you're gonna have to have it neutral to put it back together, put the ratchet back together. And then to put it back together, notice that the selector has a notch in it, but that's where this fits into it. It helps you select, but this goes in first. I usually just keep the ratchet at the edge of the table. Boom. And then you want to get this ready like that, and then you're going to want to get the clip ready too. So you want to wrap it, and then you're going to squeeze the C-clip, and then it should pop right in, and then your ratchet's done. And also, don't forget to lube the teeth in there. So I'm going to do that right now. It's all nice and lubed up. Be generous, use the whole packet, because that's what I did. It's just about gone. But use the whole packet in there, and obviously lube all that stuff in there, and then put it in there, get the clip ready, squeeze the clip, push it in, and it should be set. But you want to line up the selector with the other the groove on the selector. I don't know, it doesn't make any sense, but there's a groove right there, and that's where that selector goes into. So you can select right or left, or loosen or tighten. And that's how you rebuild an SK ratchet. But what I found out on mine, I thought it was broken, or like the teeth were broken, but I found out that it was all gunked up. The person that had it before me, obviously, I've never cleaned a ratchet or rebuilt one. This is my first one, but it had a lot of gunk in it from not being greased. I honestly didn't know you had to grease a ratchet, but yeah, clean it and grease it, and it would have been just fine. But I just put in the new rebuild kit just because I had it, and yeah, I pretty much got a brand new SK ratchet. These go for like $60, and the rebuild kit was like $7. So, I mean, and I got the ratchet for $8. So, fucking steel over here. And it's made in America. So, can't beat that. Yeah. Alright then.